Hey guys, how you doing? Well, I'm in my home right now, and I'll be heading back up the Sierras here this week. I didn't have much to show you. The snowpack was really intense. I couldn't get to any of my areas, period. So it's been about 2 weeks now, a couple weeks, and about half of that area, the snow's melted away now, so it allows me to get back up, and I can get up there and see what I can get done. But what I'm going to do today is something I've never done before. I think it's about time. So what I'm going to do is I'm personally going to read you some documented files. And this is my own personal documented files, and this is coming out of my own personal files. Everything I have done in all these years in detail. Things I haven't even mentioned on my channel or any of my videos. I don't know how this is going to work out. It's kind of experimental for me, but I want to give it a shot, see how you guys like it. So, what I'm going to do, for your own leisure, I'm going to play one of my personal night research videos for you. No sound, just picture. Gives you something to keep you occupied while I read you what's coming out of my files. Before I get started, there was somebody asked me if I still have my t-shirts. I believe her name was Sarah. Sarah, yes I do. I still have my t-shirts. Yes, and I do have the size you asked for. As you can see, this is it right here. And if you wanted more information about it, just contact me at tmusandbigfoot@gmail.com, and I'll give you the information you need. So, one more thing before I get started. Somebody also asked me who my football team was. Hey guys, I'm a hardcore Raider fan, okay? I'm Raiders all the way. Well, we didn't make it past the first game of the playoffs, but we did make the playoffs. Been a long time. That jazzed me enough. I'm not a greedy man. I was content with that, although I wish they went further. Hey, next year maybe. And Carr is my quarterback. That being said and done, why don't we get on to this, and we'll get this done. So let me get this started for you. I'm going to sit down and I'll read some of this information for you. What I'm going to do in front of me, if you can't see me, in front of me I have 3 different files I pulled out of my personal files. I think I'm going to start off from the year of 2016. And the reason I picked this year was because it was a very excitable year for my research. Excuse me 1 second, please. Sorry about that. That was my parrot. Wanted some attention. Okay, I'm going to start with 2016. And I'm going to start off with this. Today is our first camp out doing day and night research on the Sierra Sasquatch. We set up our camp in an area that is very active. We have researched this area for the last 3 years, and this would be the first camp out in this area. We know they're here. I have already documented them as a small group of 4 to 5. We also know one is a junior. We also have had a few interactions with them. So far, this group has never meant us any harm. They also seem to trust us. Me and Garland and Toby have had many sightings in this area. The night of May 27, 2016, me and Garland got into the tent, set up our gear. Now we're ready for the rest of the night. After 10 p.m., we started to get movement outside of our camp. Around 12:30 or 1 o'clock a.m., the campfire was burning low, so we stepped out of the tent to put more wood on the fire. Need to keep it burning the rest of the night. At that time, we both looked up at the night sky, looking at the stars. Then there was an object that caught both our eyes. We observed the object for about 10 minutes. It seemed to get very, very bright, a bright light, then disappear, and then reappear. It would also go vertical, and also would be in one position, disappear, and reappear in another position. After that, we went back to the tent to conduct our research. I did not video the said object. For my cam I had that time could not take video in the dark of the night. So around 1:30 a.m. a sound arose that almost lifted our tent right off the ground. Then it was almost on top of us. We climbed outside of the tent, looked up, and saw 3 Black Hawk helicopters with no running lights, hovering just outside our camp. It looked like they were looking for something and a place to land. This made us a little nervous. This went on for 5 minutes. Then they left and disappeared into the night. I found it a little strange that night. After viewing the object, they show up. So we're back into the tent, all quiet. Then 2:30 a.m. we heard vocalizations, screams for the rest of the night. Sometimes they were outside our camp. Never came into the camp. It's now 5 a.m. It's all over. Not a sound. It's almost like the night never happened. All is normal. All I can say is that was one hell of a night. June 22nd through the 23rd, 2016. On 6/22/16, we set up another camp out, following from the first one. We are set up at a hot activity area. We have done research in this area for the last 3 years. So far, I have documented a group of 5 that we know of. Could be more. We left some gifts for them, 2 tennis balls, a stuffed animal, and 3 toy cars. The gifts have been there at one of the nesting areas for weeks. Both tennis balls were put in our camp. One at the entrance, the other in a hollow out of a tree stump. They returned the balls back to us. We went back to the shelter, and to our amazement, they rearranged the other gifts. This has never been documented, now it is. continued from June 22 through 23/16. Conclusion. Sasquatch was making a statement. What they were telling us, was this: we know left R and know this is your camp area. It was totally awesome that they gave us back the 2 balls. That in itself was a gift. Nothing like this has never been documented before until now. (8/24/2016), month of August. On this day, we came across another shelter. While studying the shelter, we found some bones, fibia and a tibia. In fact, I took the bones to be studied. Could not find what any animal in the Sierras it belongs to. The bones found unknown. I took 2 videos of the bones and I sent them to Professor Sykes in the UK. Have not heard an answer yet. September 24th, 2016. Sierra Project 2016. Camp Out, Part 4. We did another camp out. This was the 4th one. On this one, there was 4 of us. Me, Garland, Toby, and Jason. When the sun set and the night came, the activity started. More than we ever expected, and we have been doing this for years. Saw a lot of eye shine, of which a yellowish white in color. Saw one that blinked 3 times. Also, red eye shine. Around 11 o'clock p.m., we were surrounded by the group of Sasquatch. Also viewed one through a night scope. Then they threw small rocks at us. Later, the vocalizations started, from whoop calls to whistling, grunts, screams. Then they moved in closer, all around us. It was time to go. October through November of 2016. In October 1st, wanted to do some tracking on the north side of the activity area. Spending a lot of time on the south side for activity area and covered a lot of area miles worth. But I came to the conclusion that the group was not using the south side as a mainstay. The north side is the way to go. Found more evidence on north side and a different main point of travel. But on the south side, we made a discovery. We found 8 structures. Some would look almost like a hut of some sort of thing like this. Has not been seen before nor documented. They also were storing green pine cones near the structures. November 2016, Sierra Project 2016. My team and I were doing night research on the north side following the Squatch Trail that we found. We have been out now for a few hours. Then out of nowhere, we ran right into 2 Squatches, one a junior the other an adult. Me and Toby and Garland all witnessed the same thing. Big, bright, red eye shine. We observed this event for a good 5 minutes. We also caught this event on video. Late November, we also discovered something that also has never been documented, a decoy built and used by this group of Sasquatch. And that's all I'm going to read you out of that one. And I would say that's pretty much in detail, wouldn't you say? And I'm going to read you a few from another one of my personal files, and this is from 2021. This was in June of 2021, the 24th of June. The hominids have been very active. They have been doing a variety of wood markers, but always leaving a symbol of the X marker, and also rock markers. Also today, in the Sierra Triangle, late June, weather very hot. Then all of a sudden, the sky went from clear blue to gray and dark gray. And thunder and lightning, then came rain. 30 minutes later, the sky went back to blue sky. The strange storm disappeared as quick as it did appear. The Sierra Triangle is a very strange place. July 7th, 2021. Sierra Project 2021. Today I stopped by to check on the Solution Cave, where I documented some hybrids living inside. When I arrived, I was shocked at what I saw. The only way in and out was the inlet. The front of it caved in. There was also a rock marker about 15 to 20 feet before the inlet. The stone, which weighed around 2,000 to 3,000 pounds, the whole backside slid down and is blocking the inlet for good. I also fear that there might have been some hybrids inside. The rock marker is a symbol of communication, and it is a warning, or something did get trapped on the inside. I will never know at this time. August 1st, 2021. I'm on my way to my research area at the Middle Fork River. So I stopped at the Solution Cave, the one that caved in. The rock marker that was put there by the hybrids, it is a marker of communication and a symbol. The rock marker is a symbol of a grave marker. It also appeared that some others tried to free them that was trapped inside. Also, the marker was disrupted, was not the same as it was 2 weeks before. They did this out of frustration and anger. How many were inside? Don't know. We'll never know. Very sad to lose some.
August 16, 2021, Sierra Project 2021. Today, I'm in one of my research areas that is within the Sierra Triangle. I visit this area from time to time because I know some hybrids live here by the evidence they leave. I found 2 sets of footprints that I follow into the forest to a trail. As I followed the trail, I came across some hybrid scat right in the middle of this trail. Later, I found my first teepee in this part of the Sierras. In fact, I never documented this find in any part of the Sierras. I also seen different types of wood markers, and also an area where one was eating on pine cones. I also heard a lot of movement in front of me. Around 70 feet, this happened when I found the teepee. I also smelled them during a breeze. They're watching. September 1st through the 8th, 2021, Sierra Project 2021. Last 2 weeks I have been researching in the Triangle area. I found plenty of evidence of the different groups, or could be one large group. In one area I came across a lot of evidence that they were living here. Also 7 sets of droppings down in a trail that I followed for a few miles. And also another area I came across more evidence of the hominid's activity in this area, and found 5 to 6 piles of droppings and also another teepee, plus rock markers in the middle of an old mountain road that no one travels. The rock marker was what I call a directional symbol, point of travel. From the droppings I count 4 large males, a female, 2 or 3 young ones, and at least 2 juniors. Large group, 9 to 10 hominids. The largest scat in diameter measured 3.5 inches in diameter. Sierra Project 2021, October 11, 2021. I'm back in a part of the Triangle area where I have been researching for months, and also finding evidence of hybrids activities, including multiple droppings, markers of rock and wood. I also heard chattering of some hybrids. How many? Don't know. At least 2, I would say. At any rate, they were communicating with each other on an old wagon trail that I was hiking on. As the trail got narrow, out of the blue, a bear broke from the front right onto the trail in front of me, about 15 feet away. Stuff was behind me for safety reasons. The bear showed a demeanor that forced me to draw my .45. It stared me down, then ran off and to the right, and then ran off to my right, back into the forest. You would think that was the end of it. Hell no. This black bear was like one I have never experienced, nor did it act like a black bear, period, by any means of nature. Also, this bear was not exactly what one should look like. It was built a little different. I think he arrived in the area due to the forest fires. As we started to walk away, I noticed the bear was following us. Couldn't see him, but can hear him. He was off to my left flank. I got to the point that I felt like he was stalking and it showed no fear of human. This is a bear that has never been around humans. The whole damn thing was out of the bounds of nature for any black bear species. This could be a new breed of black bear. Okay guys, that's all I'm going to read you right now. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed what I just read to you. And if you like it, let me know. And from time to time, I'll repeat this, and I'll do this, and I'll read things out of my personal files. It's what I call the Sierra Project files. I got 10 years worth working on 11 years worth. Okay, I hope you like what I just read. Everything I just read to you is documented and it's all truthful. This is exactly what happened. I keep a detail to everything that happens when I go out and do my research. Okay? And I hope you like the night video. Like I said, I just wanted to do it so you wouldn't get too bored. Anyway, so hey guys, I'm gonna go. And well, even though my team ate the playoffs, I guess I'll just go ahead and watch football anyway. Shit, I love the hell out of football. Anyway, you guys, hey, have a good one. You guys take care. And I'll see you in a couple days, okay? Gotta go, man.